Welcome to the Player Supreme Show at ZenMac.com. I am your host, Player Supreme.
The following program is rated TV MALV. It contains strong language, violence, and nudity. It is intended only for mature audiences. Viewer discretion advised.
Yes, welcome to the show, and I want to talk about internet dating. Now, one of my worst pet peeves in this community are those so-called idiots that run around yelling out against internet dating or online dating. Now, these are usually the same guys who only do day game, and they're totally fearful of the nightclubs, as if there's sharks in there. They can't stand going into the club because they can't dance. They never decided to or went out to overcome their fear of clubs and dancing. Has anybody ever noticed that? They'll talk shit about online dating as if it were not real or something. And I still cannot fathom how their little minds can come up with this crap. Look here, fellas, let me give you some pimp advice on this shit. You still gotta meet her in person or talk to her on the phone. These dweebs think the whole thing occurs in cyberspace or something, like you have sex in cyberspace, or I don't know what they think. Look at it this way. You guys are all pimps. You're all CEOs of your own lives. It's basic marketing, pure and simple. With you as the CEO of your own life, you're a business. You want to use as many mediums to market your product, which is you, as possible. And online is the better of all forms, and I state this being a nightclub guru, it's even better than the nightclub game. Why? Several reasons. Because you can pre-select and pre-qualify all of the women. I just gave a speech yesterday at the other day at Borders bookstore on online dating, and guess what? To those idiots who only think only ugly women use online dating, I want you fools to keep thinking this way. That way it leaves more for the rest of us. Now, in my class, there were several hot women, and I'm saying women, not chicks, not 19-year-olds. That there is a difference there. 19-year-olds, they use stuff like Facebook and Match.com. I'm talking about grown adults here. And that's the difference between the pickup artist game and what I preach. I'm going more for the adult crowd. Anyway, there were several of these hot, super hot women, and as well as lots of what's called fuckable ones. I don't do the nerdy, she was an 8.2/3/5 to the fifth power kind of crap. And that's only because one eyebrow is lower than the other. I don't get that analytical. I mean, these people that get that analytical, they need to look in the mirror at themselves. I mean, got super big-ass nerd heads, little tiny Mr. Magoo bodies. Come on, give me a break. But a lot of these same loudmouths, I'll let them keep on preaching that fear-based crap. Because usually these fools tried it and didn't get any responses because they have no idea how to market themselves. So what do? They go back to the old numbers game of hitting the pavement and doing approach after approach. While I was getting 17, listen to this very carefully, I got 17 emails. I'm not talking about winks or smiles. I'm talking about emails in 1 hour on one of the sites that I posted my online ad on. Because I had enough sense to use the medium like a real pimp. Pimps and players can be dangerous online with dating sites. We rule because we know how to play the game. And you got to be able to play the game. Now, a lot of people are not aware of the benefits of online dating. They have a lot of misinformation about it. And that's really too bad. A lot of people think that it's not effective, that for some reason or another that there's no beautiful women online and there's no women, period. Some people think because they're in a different country. I mean, give me a break. Online dating has become one of the biggest singles markets in the freaking world. One fella thought because he lived up in Canada that Canadian grown women aren't interested in that? He wasn't aware that 56% of single Canadian adults connect to the internet weekly compared to 44% of married Canadians who connect also, and 26% of widowed, separated, and divorced Canadians, according to Cyber Trends magazine. Wasn't aware of that. In North America alone, the dating service industry was estimated to be worth $1 billion in 1998 and projected to reach $1.5 billion by 2003, and it's gone up even more since then. In 2001, there were more than 1 million women online looking for love in Canada, but it was a 2-to-1 ratio of men to women in Canada. So for every female, there were 2 guys waiting at the door to get at them back then. That was in Canada alone. In the United States, it was even higher. We were spending $450 million in the United States on online dating sites in 2004. It went up to $500 million in 2005. Of the folks who log in, 58% of the men and 60% of the women are now using online services to look for long-term relationships. 50% of the women e-daters and 36% of the men said that the personal sites have made a positive change in their social life. I just gave a speech on this. I did my research. I went out and found the facts and figures of what was really going on. As you do when you give a speech, you go out and you research your topic. 44% of the women and 33% of the men say they're getting more dates, and get this, more sex, and more lasting love from online personals. Now for those of us who are older, like me, more than 25% of the women over 40 are now finding a mate through online personals. And these figures were for all of North America. Women are having the best luck out there, according to MSNBC and Elle.com. But it's all about how you structure your online ad, how you market yourself. I was like that a long time ago. I used to believe that the internet dating was for chickens who were too scared to go out and meet people face to face. I thought they were like ugly, cowardly dweeb people. But now I know better. The internet has become one of the largest singles bars of the 2000s with a multitude of benefits. I say, how many rejections do you need to experience to meet 100 women or even 1,000 women? And how long would this take for the average dater out there to meet 1,000 women? Because if you're true to your game, it's going to take you some time to get rejected. You know, you're just out there running around going from woman to woman. But with the internet, you can achieve this in a matter of days. You can actually meet 100 women in less than the time it takes to meet 10 women. I've met and vetted within 2 days of our first contact multiple women off the internet. Millions of people are now using the internet as a viable option to their dating experiences. Okay? So you need to wake up. There's an estimated 40 million Americans participating in online dating sites. And that number doubles when you start adding in all the outside people in the outside world. Let me give you some more facts. According to People Magazine 2003 poll of people between the ages of 18 and 44, 12% of the women in the 1,400 men and women polled used online dating, with men amounting to about 16% of them that they used online dating. But if you're looking for real love, definitely give the online scene a chance, fellas. Until next time.